Today let us start chapter 6, life processes in 10th class biology syllabus. What is meant by life processes? Do you know what is the difference between living thing and non-living thing? How can we tell that a thing is living or non-living? By seeing what? How can we observe? How can we tell that it is living thing, it is non-living? It is very easy to tell or to identify a thing is living thing or non-living thing. Living things contain some special characteristics. Already you know this in your lower sections, already you have learned this. Living things contain special characteristics such as they can grow, they can move, they can respire. They means living things. Living things can digest the food, living things can reproduce, living things have cellular structure also. Like that, so many special characteristics are there. But non-living things, they don't move, they don't grow, they don't respire, they don't digest the food, they don't take the food at least. By seeing all this, we can tell that living thing and non-living thing difference. Now can you tell me what is life in a single sentence? Life is nothing but what the living thing do. By seeing all these things only, we can tell that that particular thing has life. That means life is what the living thing do. Then what is meant by life processes? For maintenance of life, to identify and to repair the damaged tissue also, living things need energy. Energy is required by the living things to maintain their life. To get that energy, all living organisms perform some type of biological functions inside their body. The basic functions that are performed by the living organisms inside their body for their survival, to sustain their life and to maintain their body. Those type of functions are called life processes. What is meant by life processes? Life process are the basic functions carried out by the living organisms to sustain themselves and maintain their body. This type of basic functions are called life processes. All living organisms perform different types of life processes such as nutrition, respiration, transportation. Transportation is also called circulation. Excretion, reproduction, and control and coordination, all other comes under life processes. Now can you tell me what is meant by life processes? The basic functions that are carried out by the living organisms to maintain their body and to sustain their life are called life processes. All organisms perform different life processes. Every living organism performs these life processes in their body to get energy. I already told you energy is required to perform all these life processes. How do organisms get this energy? In this chapter, we are going to learn this one. How living organisms get their energy and what happened to the living organisms after taking food inside their body. What is meant by nutrition? How do organisms get their energy? Only by taking food? Only by taking food can they obtain their energy totally? Absolutely no. Intake of food and utilization of that food by the body collectively together is called nutrition. Nutrition means intake of food and utilization of that food by the body is called nutrition. And then to intake the food, first organisms should get their food. How do organisms get their food? Based on how the organisms get their food, the nutrition process is classified into two types. First one, autotrophic. Second one, heterotrophic. Based on what nutrition is classified into two types? Depending on the mode of nutrition, that means based on how do organisms get their food, in what way they are getting their food. Based on that, nutrition is classified into two types. First one, autotrophic nutrition. Second one, heterotrophic nutrition. And again, if you observe what is meant by autotrophic. Now let us discuss on this. What is meant by autotrophic nutrition? In the name itself, it is there. Auto means self. Trophic means nothing but nutrition. Self-nutrition. Which type of organisms prepare their own food? You already know. All green plants. All green plants comes under this type of nutrition, autotrophic nutrition. And some type of bacteria also comes under this category. How do they get their food? Now let us discuss. Green plants contain chlorophyll. Green plants contain chlorophyll. In the presence of chlorophyll or in the presence of sunlight, if they prepare their own food, that type of nutrition is called autotrophic nutrition, self-nutrition. Now can you tell me what is meant by autotrophic nutrition? It is the process through which a particular organism, a living organism, can prepare its own food, that is called autotrophic nutrition. Under this, what are the examples? All green plants and some type of bacteria also comes under this autotrophic nutrition. Then coming to what is the definition of heterotrophic nutrition? Hetero means others, depending on other. The organisms which depend on other organisms for their food, they can't prepare their own food. Hetero means different or others. The process in which the organisms get their food by depending on other organisms, that category is called heterotrophic nutrition. Under this, all human beings, all animals comes in. Okay, now let us discuss more detail about how this autotrophic nutrition takes place in green plants and bacteria. Now again, if you observe this autotrophic nutrition is divided into two types based on what component is used by getting their food. First one, photosynthetic autotrophic nutrition. Photosynthetic autotrophic nutrition. Second one, chemosynthetic autotrophic nutrition. First of all, again I want to repeat. Nutrition based on how the organisms get their food. Based on that, nutrition is classified into two types. First one, autotrophic nutrition. Second one, heterotrophic nutrition. Again, which component is used to prepare their own food? Based on that, autotrophic nutrition again classified into two types. First one, photosynthetic autotrophic nutrition and chemosynthetic autotrophic nutrition. First, what is meant by chemosynthetic? In what type of organisms prepare their own food under this category? Chemosynthetic autotrophic nutrition means some type of bacteria like Nitrobacter, Sulforbacter, Ferribacillus or hydrogen bacterium, all bacteria comes under this type of autotrophic nutrition. What is this? Chemosynthetic autotrophic nutrition. These all bacteria use some type of organic compounds like chemicals, which the organisms which prepare their own food by using some type of chemicals. That type of autotrophic nutrition is called chemosynthetic autotrophic nutrition. Okay, which type of examples we can discuss under this? Nitrobacter, sulfur bacteria, Ferribacillus. Ferri means here iron. Iron is the compound which is utilized by the bacteria to prepare its food. And then hydrogen bacteria. All this comes under this category. And now coming to this photosynthetic autotrophic nutrition. Already you know this. What is meant by photosynthesis? Photo. In the name itself it is there. Photo means light. In the presence of light, by utilizing the light, if any organism prepare its own food, that type of category of organisms comes under this photosynthetic autotrophic nutrition. Are you getting? What is meant by photosynthetic autotrophic nutrition? What are the examples under this? Here we can tell that all green plants. All green plants. How do all green plants prepare their own food? You all know that. Now let us discuss more detail about how green plants prepare their own food by utilizing the light. For example, this is a tree. Tree contains chlorophyll. Trees contain chlorophyll. Any green plant contains chlorophyll in the leaves. During daytime, from the atmosphere, tree absorb sunlight, trap the sunlight, and from the atmosphere, it takes carbon dioxide, and from the roots, it takes water and minerals. If you observe one organism, one living thing, plants are also living things, you know that plants prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight. During daytime, it traps the sunlight and take the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and absorb the water and the minerals from the soil particles through the root system, and all these ingredients put together in the leaf, all these compounds put together in the leaf and prepare the food material by the plant. What is the food material here prepared by the plant? It is nothing but carbohydrate. It is nothing but carbohydrate, or it is also called starch. Okay, and how do these leaf absorb all the sunlight and carbon dioxide, water and minerals? You all know that underside of the lower side of the leaf contains small tiny pores which are called stomata. They look like small tiny pores which are called stomata. On the leaf surface, small tiny pores are present which are called stomata. Through this stomata, it receives carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Into the atmosphere, how does this carbon dioxide come? Human beings or all other organisms exhale carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Whatever we exhale, that carbon dioxide is utilized by the plant and trap the sunlight. You all know that leaf contains one green color pigment which is called chlorophyll. Which is called chlorophyll. It looks like this. In the leaf, many chlorophyll are present. If you observe one structure of chlorophyll, it looks like this, and inside the chlorophyll, small stalk-like structures are present which are called thylakoids. These thylakoids, these granule-like stalk-like structures are present. No, these thylakoids trap the sunlight from the atmosphere. During daytime, throughout the surface of the earth, sunlight falls. And in the case whenever the sunlight falls on the tree, the chlorophyll which is present inside the leaf, immediately it traps the sunlight. And through the stomata, it absorbs the carbon dioxide in gaseous form only. And through the root system, it takes of water and minerals. And through tube-like structures, you all know that phloem and xylem. Through these tube-like structures, this water reaches to each and every leaf of the plant, and they, by putting together the sunlight, carbon dioxide, water and minerals, the plant prepares its food, which is nothing but carbohydrate and starch. We can summarize this total process in one small equation. What is that equation? Now I will talk about 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives rise to C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus energy. We can summarize the total process of photosynthesis in this equation. I told it absorbs carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and it takes water from the root system, and by putting together in the presence of sunlight, this is very important here, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Without these two, plants cannot prepare their own food. Okay? By putting carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, plants prepare carbohydrates. Here I have given the chemical formula of glucose. Glucose means nothing but the food material which is prepared by the plant. That is nothing but carbohydrate or starch. Glucose, C6H12O6. Along with this compound, oxygen is also released from the plant in gaseous form. That's why I have given here the representation upward arrow. Okay, no? And along with these two, energy is also produced. Energy is produced and stored in the form of ATP. I hope you know this, what is meant by ATP. In the case of plants, energy is stored in the form of ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. Energy means nothing but ATP. Okay, this is about the process of photosynthesis, how plants prepare their own food through the process of photosynthesis. Now, can you tell me the definition of photosynthesis? It is the process through which plants prepare their own food by taking carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. This process is called photosynthesis. What is the site of photosynthesis? In the plants, it is nothing but leaf. In the leaf, what is the site of photosynthesis? Chlorophyll. I have drawn here no chlorophyll. I hope you have understood the nutrition basics. What is meant by nutrition? Intake of food and utilization of that food by the body. It is called nutrition. Based on the mode of nutrition, nutrition is divided into two types. First one is autotrophic nutrition, second one is heterotrophic nutrition. Again, if you see, auto means self-preparation. All green plants and some type of bacteria prepare their own food by their own. In the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, some plants, all green plants prepare their own food. That process is called photosynthesis. And some type of bacteria put together all the carbonic compounds. They prepare their own food. This type of process is called chemosynthetic autotrophic nutrition. And then if you see heterotrophic nutrition, the organisms which depend on other organisms for their food. That type of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. I hope you have understood this. In the next class, we will learn about detailed heterotrophic nutrition. Hari Om.